It's my money and I need it now.
It's my money and I need it now. Remember those commercials? What if they weren't yelling about structured settlements, but about other money that's locked up in prison? You know, qualified retirement accounts. More and more Americans are saying to their 401ks and IRAs, it's my money and I need it now. According to multiple reports, 2022 saw a significant increase in the number of individuals taking loans and hardship withdrawals from their retirement accounts. Some blame inflation, but the real problem is lack of liquid savings. Today, we want to help you think through how you can make sure you're saving for retirement for your future, whether or not you plan to retire, and making sure you have the money you need and want to enjoy life now. And no 877 number to call either.
Hey, and welcome to Wealth Wisdom Financial Podcast. We believe when conventional financial thinking doesn't get you where you want to go, you need wealth wisdom. So don't forget, hit that subscribe button. And if you're watching on YouTube, please give us a like and that thumbs up and a comment below. So I remember, I'm a little older than you. I remember seeing those commercials all the time, but they were a lot.
I fact checked this. They started in the 2000s. You don't have to be old to know these commercials. Older.
Well, I remember growing up hearing them and seeing them all the time. I hear they are still using that line too. It's my money and I need it now. If you've seen one of those commercials, I wonder how many of us would say, yes, it is your money and you do need it and you should totally have access to it now. And yet the people that say that have money they aren't able to access when they need it. So they literally have money, they just can't get to it.
Yeah, they're saying you should be able to get your money, but I'm ignoring that I can't get to mine. If you missed our last episode, we talked about the 401k and a lot of its major downsides, including a lack of liquidity, a lack of access. It can be much, much harder than most people realize and more restrictive than most people realize to access the money within a 401k. We promised in that episode that we'd give you two alternatives. And today's episode, we're going to have one, and then next Friday, we'll have the other one for you.
Before we jump into our first alternative, we have to give you a quick heads up. What we're about to share is not a retirement account. Again, it is not a retirement account. IRAs are individual retirement accounts. Those are retirement accounts. There are lots of other accounts many think of as retirement accounts, but frankly, they are not. 401ks are not retirement accounts. Let me say that again. 401ks are not retirement accounts. They're actually qualified profit sharing plans. There are plenty of ways people save for and provide for with income for themselves in retirement that are, again, not retirement accounts. Some people use brokerage accounts, savings accounts, tin cans under their mattress and in the garages, right? Annuities, businesses, real estate, you can name them. There's a bunch, right? And you can provide for yourself in your older years, basically is what we're saying, in lots of different ways. What we're about to share is one of them, and it's not an official retirement account.
So we're going to play a little game. We're going to describe this way that some people make sure they're able to provide for themselves in their older years and still keep money to be able to enjoy earlier on as well. See if you can figure out what it is. We've got 4 clues for you. You ready? We're going to play this game. So clue number 1, this tool allows a buildup of equity with complete control. Use it whenever, however you want. No government restrictions, no penalties if you're too young, no penalties if you wait to use it too late. There is access to 85% or more of your balance from day one and throughout your lifetime, whenever you want it and for whatever you want.
Number 2, under current tax law, the equity built grows tax deferred. There's no 1099 each year to add to your taxes, and you can even access your equity tax-free. And there's no limit. You can actually put more than certain other retirement plan.
Oh, yeah. Extra clue there, 2B.
Yep.
Now, clue number 3, the increase of your equity is contractual. Plus, you can get more increases on top of that contractual amount. In other words, the equity you build continues to increase each year, even during recessions, pandemics, stock market corrections, housing bubbles, and so on and so forth. It's contractual, and you can get above the contractual amount added every single year.
I don't know about you, but I love having that contract to be able to know what I have as baseline. Finally, let's say you want to use your equity to enjoy life or take advantage of a business opportunity now. And you are able to use your cash as leverage so that it continues to grow. It is possible to create uninterrupted compound interest and still take a vacation, build a business, buy a car, help your kids become responsible adults, and more because of this tool. We're able to do that and not wait until we're 60 to finally do it.
Yeah, the big part there, though, is that you're able to access and use money without destroying or interrupting your compounding. That's really significant. It continues to grow as if you didn't touch it. We only know one financial tool that does all 4 of these. Maybe you're already starting to guess it. Liquidity without penalty, tax advantage, increases every year, allows leverage without breaking compound interest. And it has a 5th attribute that's like the icing on the cake. It protects your loved ones in case something happens to you. Have you guessed it yet?
Now, if you haven't, for one, you should totally listen to all of our episodes because we talk about it a lot. It's dividend paying, high cash value, whole life insurance. Now, this is the part where people say, oh, I know that it's this or that. Now, we are not talking about what, maybe your parents did as life insurance or
Your grandparents.
Even. We are talking about a specifically designed policy. Now, Pamela Yellen, she's the founder of Banking Yourself, gave it a trademark to protect it since there are so many who pretend they do it, but they don't. She trademarked it as Banking Yourself. And we became client of Banking Yourself. 2013 was when we became clients. Then we became professionals ourselves because we had been impacted so much by this system. So 5 years ago, we decided to start a business doing this and helping as many people as possible. And we are so thankful for her work and for the team around who used this trademark. And now, if you're at all thinking or looking into whole life insurance as a way to save for retirement and still enjoy life along the way, we highly encourage you to make sure that you work with a Banking Yourself professional and you look into what is Banking Yourself? How can I learn more?
Now, I want to bring up one of the big things that a lot of people say when they hear about this, our emphasis on liquidity and access to your money. It's your money. What if you need it? But also, what if you want it? And some people will say, but I can't trust myself. Maybe I don't want access. It's actually good to have things that are kind of out of sight, out of mind, so I don't spend it. How can I trust myself? What would you say to somebody that says that, Brandon?
I think that's why you have a good advisor that does this. Because for me, I kind of do a devil's advocate. Are you going to go use the cash value from the policy to go to, I don't know, the casino? Maybe that's not a good idea. And, you're responsible. It's your life. It's your money. However, maybe that's not, so being a part of the team to help them think through it. But sometimes having access means that you can do some awesome things, not just bad things.
Yeah, and I think that speaks to the role of a true Bank on Yourself professional. Everyone we've met that's a true Bank on Yourself professional has that designation. Not only helps people get started with a whole life insurance policy designed the correct way to make sure it's going to work well for them in the future, they also stay in touch with them. They become their coach. We've talked about you're the captain of your own ship. They get to be the rudder. You say, here's what I want my policy to do, and they help make sure that it works for you. And they're also there to remind you, if you were going to buy a Toyota, you don't all of a sudden buy a Lamborghini just because you've got the cash value to do it, and remind you of your goals and your aspirations along the way. I think that's a really important part of what
Yeah.
you get when you work with a Bank on Yourself professional that's above and beyond all those 5 awesome attributes we talked about earlier of the actual policy itself.
Now, another thing that people say is it seems like a lot to learn. And this is something I think about a lot whenever people will drill me on the policy, the design, they need the cash value right away. They ask lots of questions, yet they don't ask the same questions about their
401k?
401k plan. And they don't even know that what's happening and how much they've contributed, how much their employer contributed, how it's grown, any of that
How
stuff.
is the rate of return even calculated?
Yeah, they don't know that. And that for me is like, oh, wait, I'm not on the same page here. And here's the thing, we are all in the business of finance, every one of us. And so it is a lot to learn to understand how the financial system works, but we all are players. And it's, I think, helpful to at least have some degree of understanding. Will you understand it all? No, we're all growing. But having, again, going back to number one, a team is really important.
So stick with us here. We're about to tell you a great way that you can learn and confirm if Bank on Yourself's right for you. We've got an awesome offer for you.
Yep.
But the bottom line is it's worth looking into. A true Bank on Yourself professional is not there to sell you a policy. They are there. We are here to help you learn and confirm if one is right for you, and if so, in what ways. Then they're there with you along the way to help you as life circumstances change and you say, it's my money and I need it now.
Yep.
We simply ask you to evaluate all the things in life that you want to keep access to your money so that you can enjoy them. You can make sure you get through hard times, and you're also able to take advantage of opportunities to enjoy life now without destroying your ability to enjoy life later. So Brandon, tell us about the offer we have.
Are you ready to begin the process of learning and confirming if Bank on Yourself is right for you? Then schedule a discovery call.
At our website, wealthwisdomfp.com.
Mention this episode in the call, and we'll either send you the Bank on Yourself Revolution book for free, or we'll give you 50% off our unofficial guide to Bank on Yourself. It's a video Cliff Notes version of the Bank on Yourself Revolution. And we'll have a link in the show notes here.
So thank you so much for joining us and taking your financial future seriously. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next episode. We're going to talk about another alternative to the 401k for your financial future. And then schedule that discovery call at wealthwisdomfp.com. When we do that call, mention that you were listening to this episode, and we'll either send you this book for free or we'll give you a half price, our video version of some of the concepts that are in this book.
Yep.
And until next time, live long and profit. The topics presented in this podcast are for general information only and not for the purposes of providing legal, accounting, or investment advice. On such matters, please consult a professional who knows your specific situation.